So hi, my name is Bella, in case you forgot. This semester I worked with 826 at the Edward M. Kennedy's Writer's Room. Before I get into my story, I want to give a huge thank you to my team because you guys are awesome. My team, Lauren, my mentor, Cassie, Otto, Lexi, and all the countless volunteers that I worked with. You guys rock. So I want to begin with kind of a very inspiring piece that one of my students wrote. You might want to get your tissues ready. Bella's Eyebrows by Shania, a freshman at the Edward M. Kennedy Academy. If Bella's eyebrows disappear, the world will end. She wouldn't be able to do the eyebrow thing. Everybody will be disappointed because she will look weird. Nobody will talk to her, and they will make fun of her. So this is why the world will end if her eyebrows disappear. For my special project, I designed a lesson plan that was basically focused around students' identity. So I asked them to write me a story about anything that they chose disappearing and what would happen. Shania chose my eyebrows. This story actually meant a lot to me. Starting my internship, I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to connect with the students that I was working with. What would I have in common with them? I have two younger sisters. My sister Cassie is a senior, and my sister Gianna is a freshman. And even though they're my closest friends, I still struggle to connect with them and find things in common with them. Like Gianna lives a completely different life than I did when I was a freshman in high school. I tend to be an overthinker, so I automatically kind of go into situations assuming that everybody's going to hate me, and kind of as like Shania said, that nobody will talk to me, they're all going to make fun of me and be disappointed by me and think I look weird. So I had those fears even during launch week here and, of course, starting my internship. Now I kind of look back on that and shake my head. I ended up finding so many things that I had in common with my students. For example, Kiari and I bonded over the fact that we hate the word panties. Nina and I bonded over hating hospitals and tomatoes. Jarlenis and I both hate dull pencils. Nellie and I both hate when people leave you undelivered and then post on their story. Ilya and I both are terrified to order our own food. As time went on, I was able to sit down with these students and have a full-blown conversation with them, not like that awkward small, oh, I can see myself, sorry. Not like that awkward small talk that kind of we started out with. They actually kind of became my friends. I learned how amazing they were, their hopes, their dreams, what they wanted to do with their lives, their experiences from their past. Their kindness and their thoughtfulness really just touched my heart. And also, just without even trying, they could literally just make me laugh so easily. Like Joshua, who wrote for his story, "If video games were to disappear, how will we hang out with the bros? How am I going to enjoy myself if there are no video games? If it weren't for school, I would be playing on my PS5 as we speak." I almost didn't even get Shania's piece about my eyebrows due to one thing. A tall, skinny white boy named Matt. I don't quite get the obsession, but whatever floats your boat, right? From day one, he was assigned as a volunteer to Shania's table. They were resistant to work with anybody else after that. And then one day, Matt was out sick, and so I was to take over the table. Right when I sat down, immediately they just look at me and they're like, "You're not Matt." And so I'm like, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you got me today, so let's make the most of it. And almost immediately, I faced an onslaught of questions. Did you kill Matt? Are you dating Matt? Are you friends with Matt? Where does Matt live? And so I'm just like, I don't know, I don't even know Matt. And we managed to get some work done despite the interrogation I was facing about my so-called relationship with Matt. Somehow, with time and effort, my eyebrows and I both still managed to make it into Shania's story. I was honestly really honored to have made it into her final piece because it showed me that I did make somewhat of an impression on her and her table, despite being 6 inches too short, having too long of hair, and not wearing khakis every day. I really can't stress how much I'm gonna miss these kids. I actually bawled my eyes out my entire last day. They brought so much happiness into my life, and they taught me so many things. Many mornings, I was up at 5 a.m. at the 66 bus stop on my way to Dorchester. And I got to watch the sunrise, and then I got to spend my day with these wonderful kids, and I'm so grateful for that. I learned so much from them. Like, I learned more about Dominican food than I ever thought I would. I got so much new music recommendations, Dunkin' orders, and also new insights into my own eyebrows. And I'm so proud of every single one of those kids, and I know they're gonna do great things, and I'm excited to just like watch them do those things. So yeah, thank you.